like the video.
In week 6 of the NFL, I picked all but one game right. And in week 7, I know, a real letdown, I picked all but 2 games right. And some people are asking me, all my great wisdom, where they can get these picks at. Well, I do this weekly live pregame Pickem show on my good pal Lobo's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description. By all means, check it out. I'm dropping gems there. But today we're going to talk about the games and the stories you may have missed, why the Jets are so bad, and why people will not stop picking against the Chiefs despite what I've told them for the past 6 weeks in a row. It's literally free money.
Derapy. Leave a comment with your Super Bowl predictions. And like the video.
So in week 6, my only miss was the Broncos game. So naturally, I wanted to give them the opportunity to disappoint me again. They did not. I picked the Broncos to beat the Saints, and they did very handily. It is a tough time to be a NOLA fan. Love the city, but the quarterback situation is just not popping anymore. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Derek Carr just has the ability to give a team hope at the beginning of the year, but ultimately, the organization is tired. They're tied up in cap, and yeah, their cap situation is oblivion. Just Google it, trust me. But 33-10, not a good look.
Patriots versus Jaguars.
Despite being born in Massachusetts, I simply have no love for the New England Patriots left in my body. I did not expect them to perform well at all overseas. The Jaguars typically play very well in London, and despite the fact that I think Trevor Lawrence is bust adjacent, the Jaguars are good enough to take care of a team like the Patriots, who are arguably the worst team in the NFL. They lose 32-16. Oof.
Lions at Vikings.
Many people saw this as the hardest to pick game of the week. Yeah, if you don't know ball, bitch.
Yo, relax.
Sometimes I just go off of vibes. There was no reason for me to believe that just because the Lions lost one defensive player, despite him being arguably the best player on their team, that doesn't mean that their offense isn't raw. Yeah, the Vikings got up to 29 points, but it doesn't matter if the other team gets to 31. Jared Goff is playing as close to perfect football as one could possibly imagine, but he's got the sliders turned all the way up. They still have 2 awesome running backs. They have 2 awesome receivers, and they have arguably my favorite coach in the NFL. Actually, he probably is. I love me some Dan Campbell, so I had the Lions winning close, and they did 31-29. Let's go.
Titans at Bills.
If you would have had me guess what I thought the score would be, 34-10 would not be that far off. The Bills are a really good football team. The Titans are a really bad football team. There wasn't that much science to it. Believe it or not, the games are televised, and they have this contest every week to see which teams are good, and usually the Bills are winning those, and usually the Titans are losing. You know, it's not that crazy.
But the Titans started up 10-0.
I never had a doubt.
Dolphins at Colts.
Tua still had a headache. The game was in Indianapolis. I just closed my eyes and picked the better team. I mean, what can I tell you? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I watched a single solitary second of this game. Anthony Richardson, the quarterback for the Colts, he literally led their team in rushing yards, usually not a great sign, and he didn't get that much more in passing. He only had 129 passing yards, and Huntley for the Dolphins had 87 passing yards. It was probably the worst game of the week. I don't even know how they got up to 26 points. But yeah, if you ever see these two on the schedule again, you always got to bet the under. My goodness, this game looks gross.
Seahawks at Falcons.
I had the Falcons at home, and boy, was I wrong. My piece was up, but A-Town was down in the worst way. They lost 34-14. This is a game that I'm actually glad I ended up not being able to tune into, but I just believe that the Falcons at home, they were feeling good. I felt like the momentum was in the right place, and I assumed that the better quarterback would win. I was wrong. It was not particularly close. I'm even looking at the box score here, and it looks like Jackson Smith in Jigba somehow went for 1 for 35 yards. So the Seahawks were clearly dancing on him. So yeah, not a great day for Big Kirko, but I'm sure the Falcons will bounce back.
Texans and Packers.
How did this game end with the Packers winning by 2 with CJ Stroud throwing for 86 yards? Jordan Love was doing his best Brett Favre impression, but came out with the dub regardless. The battle of the light skins ended with the risk taker winning in the end. And what a time! What a time to be a Packers fan. Imagine drafting 3 franchise quarterbacks in a row. It's just not fair, is it? It's really not.
Bengals at Browns.
Deshaun Watson lost. That's what's important. And frankly, I heard some people talking about how there should be a little bit of sympathy since something terrible happened to Deshaun Watson's leg. And I'm here to tell you right now,
we do not care.
Death, taxes, and the Browns losing games with terrible quarterback play. What can I say? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just a person with eyes.
Eagles at Giants.
Saquon Barkley revenge game went crazy. Dude had a $175 in like 3 quarters. That's kind of a bar. I told y'all this would be I told you this would be Daniel Jones last year as starting quarterback for the Giants, and nobody listened to me. Buddy won a single playoff game, and you gave him the loot, and you got rid of the GOAT. Like, it's pathetic. Clean your house, okay? 28-3 to go down to a division rival that you gave your best player to. It's embarrassing. Imagine being a Giants fan right now. Don't close your eyes. It's not worth it.
Raiders and Rams.
I cannot remember the last time I expected anything good to come out of the Las Vegas Raiders football team.
The Panthers played football this past weekend. It was a mistake. Chiefs at 49ers.
Every week I tell you the Chiefs will win. And you doubt me. Stop it. Get some help. They have the best offensive coach, the best defensive coach, the fastest player, one of the best defensive players, best quarterback, richest tight end girlfriend. Stop picking against the Chiefs. Brock Purdy is like Thanos, but like if Thanos literally could not enter any fight unless he has every single Infinity Stone. The 49ers have literally never been an underdog with Brock Purdy as a starter. Look it up. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. But the times need to change, and eventually they will. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just keep getting free money. You know, betting on the Chiefs as an underdog. I mean, what a happy day for me. The most dangerous job in the world right now is being anywhere within 5 feet of Donald Trump at any given time. And right after that is being a Chiefs skill player. Isaiah Pacheco, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Juju Smith-Choo Train. It doesn't matter. They keep going down. They keep getting hurt. And it just doesn't matter. They don't know how to lose. Every week I tell you, when will you learn? Easy money. Every week. 3 peats on the way. I don't care. Sue me.
I thought you were a Broncos fan.
Jets at Steelers.
The Jets are bad.
Mediocre, really.
They suck. They are 2-5. And that's because the teams that are beating them, it's not rocket science, okay? It's not a conspiracy theory. The teams that are beating them are simply better than them. The only teams that the Jets are beating are the worst teams in the NFL, okay? They fire the coach. They get a new receiver. Don't care. Bad. Cooked by Russell Let Russ Cook Wilson. I heard nothing for a week about how crazy it was to just throw in Russ. He's rusty. He's washed. I don't even disagree with these things like entirely. It didn't even matter. People keep saying, oh, the Jets are going to bounce back when the schedule lightens up. Oh, the Jets are the light part of people's schedule. They are the beatable team. Aaron Rodgers, bad. O-line, bad. Defense, mid. 37 points to the Steelers. The Steelers? Who's scoring? It's Chris Smoove, whoever offense. Najee, 100 yards rushing. Pickens, 100 receiving yards. Russ, no picks, 2 touchdowns. Rodgers, 2 picks. Breece Hall, 3 yards a carry. Pack it up. Easy money. And the Jets were favored.
Get out my face, bro!
Ravens and Buccaneers.
This is just a bad pick by me. Okay, I thought that the Buccaneers might be able to cook at home. They have good momentum. The connection between Baker Mayfield and Chris Godwin was looking very juicy. They got multiple backs that have been moving. The home field advantage, I feel like, for the Buccaneers is crazy underrated. They have a great atmosphere in that stadium, and Baker Mayfield has just been on this great trajectory. Like, I don't know if it's possible to comeback player of the year when he was playing well last year enough, like well enough to get him a new contract. But I just thought that it was just like a good spot for them. I was wrong. Lamar Jackson is looking like the MVP right now. Give it to him. Him or Derrick Henry. It's a toss-up. By the way, somebody that lives in Tennessee, again, I would just like to reiterate that it just pains me so that somebody that has such a beautiful name like Derrick has to leave my state just to go play for a Super Bowl contender. It hurts every time. I missed. I'm sorry.
Chargers at Cardinals.
I didn't watch this game, and I didn't care to watch this game because I fundamentally disagree with there being 2 Monday Night Football games on at the exact same time. Like, what are we doing? Stop it. I'm just not into it. But I did pick the Cardinals to win. I don't watch or care enough about either of these teams to do like a whole lot of research. I just figured when it's close like that, I'm going to take the team at home with talent on their side. So I went with the Cardinals, and I was correct. What a week for me. 13-2. Only 2 misses right after a week with only 1 miss. If you want to catch my picks early, Thursday nights, I am live on my good pal Lobo's channel. I'll leave a link in the description. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, regardless of whether you do that or not. I'm going to keep doing this because it's fun and I love ball. Helps when you also know ball too. But if you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a member. It's literally $1. You get access to the Derapy Discord. Stop picking against the Chiefs. Start picking against the Jets. They're bad. Love you, mean it. Oh, also, we have a $5 membership tier if you want to become a certified therapist and get a shout out like this.
Shout out to Logan Stratus, Awesome Amy, Simply Vibin', Luis Sanchez, Air Wallace, Matt Mahoric, Archeo, Jack Santoro, Light Brown Recluse, RB Levias, Blackjack Gaming, Shaggy's World 999, Greenberg 305, Venomous, The Absolute Fucking Worst, A Dizzle 921, Whiskey _ Zeus, Cuts by Reggie, Thomas the Dank Engine, High 3, Stout Shaco, Nate Rubin, Rich Mixed, Agony, Emma McCoy, Messina, DC, Frame Rate, On the Hunt Productions, Jordan, Dre Benoit, and Johnny Carwash.
Love you, mean it.
Enjoy the outro.
Okay, I wrote this 3 years ago.
$400 in my bank account. Buddy, I'm not bothered if you don't think it's a great amount. I've been working like a dog, so I'ma make each dollar count. Now we'll stay locked in this room like it's hooky, I'm calling out. Who's he calling out? I'm the greatest, I don't care, it's all relative. Hit me on the snap, call me bro, we not relatives. Ops got these bars that got me snoozing, it's a sedative. And if you sleeping on me like you're Biden, we'll buy then. Over your head like it's Delta, not the variant. I'm a king, where's my chariot? And who carries it?
Why my back hurt, man? I'm 25.
I'm getting older, getting tight. My hand to God is do or die. There's not a chance I'm too alive. I'm Willow Smith, I caught a vibe. You jaded, I'm like Jade, man. I love my dad.
I'm not that guy.
Struggle with the suit and tie, but I'm on a different grind. Got the same genes, but we grew up different, you and I. My potential is a ton. I'm the chosen, you a bum. You got heat, I am the sun. You the joke, I got the punch line. Doing this one night like tomorrow is my deadline. If this was a true fight, my victory's the headline. I'm shining like a headlight. You brain dead and got headlights. I'm head and shoulders above you.